Buchman to me sounds cooler, it's like hunting, buck, whatever. But buck knife. But with that being said, guys, this couple, not only have they, ran through ranks and stuff, but have helped a lot of people go out there and, generate an income. And what I love about them is they have an amazing energy. Always present. They're always like, if we're doing a leader call, if we're doing a pretty much any call that we have, they're on. I'm participating, but giving the energy. They always bring it. They're always there, present, smiling, nodding and bobbing, making comments, and you name it. So they are definitely an asset to the team and the community. I've really enjoyed, starting to get to know them. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to spend as much time as I'd like, but every time I have been with them, they're a lot of fun. And they really know how to go out there and show people how to not only go get customers, but to build a business in our company. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Todd and Lauren. Over to you guys.
Good morning, or good afternoon, or wherever you're coming from. We are Todd and Lauren Buchman from Palmetto, Sarasota area, Florida. And I'm going to let you go ahead and start out and share a couple things.
We are just super excited about this company. About 20 months ago, we got introduced to this company and introduced to the products. And I have the personality that I just said, let's do it. I signed up. Lauren came home and was like, what is this box of stuff on the counter? I'm like, it's coffee. She's like, we don't drink coffee. I'm like, we do now. And we got involved in this business, and it has been life-changing for us. For me, health-wise, I have dabbled and tried with health products in different companies for years and was semi-healthy, but always had something that just wasn't right. After getting involved with this, drinking the coffee, taking our products, all of a sudden, I started getting tired, and I couldn't figure out why. Well, to come to find out, happened to go see my doctor, and my blood pressure was low. And I was previously had high blood pressure and took blood pressure medicine. My doctor's like, well, if this natural stuff you're taking is working, stop the prescription, monitor your blood pressure, and see what happens. 20 months later, I have not taken blood pressure medicine or prescriptions of any type in 16 months at least. So it has been amazing. In addition to losing weight, I used to be 270 pounds and I am down around 208 this morning. And Lauren has also had a very successful story. Let them know with that one.
Yeah, so I have battled anxiety and depression my entire life. And, as a child, that was called suck it up and deal with it until you can't deal with it anymore. And then in come therapy and medications and all kinds of other things. And my past history and my feelings for myself, it's about holistic healthcare. And I didn't really like the meds. I didn't like the way they made me feel. I didn't like any part of it. So I quit taking them. Sorry, we have a phone going out. I quit taking them and long before we started here. But what I noticed, even not being a coffee drinker, for me, if something is healthy and something is natural and has good ingredients in it, that's something I want in me if it's going to help with that. And honestly, what it's done for me is, my anxiety and my depression, they're gone. They're ultimately gone. But, sorry, guys, I'm going to go here. My PMS is gone. Todd's really happy about that. But it took time. Our story happened over time. I didn't feel anything for the first 2 weeks because I wasn't dialed in right. So one of the important things with your people is going to be helping them dial in so that they can get a quicker response. I refuse to give up because I know any other medication is going to last me 3 months before I ever start feeling it. So I'm dedicated when I jump into something. But what it also helped me with is I have lost 50 pounds. I feel better than I've ever felt. I'm just beyond happy, beyond elated. And so we just jumped in with this company. We were attracted by the culture in the community. It is very loving. People meet you where you're at. And, whether you want to run fast, whether you want to run slow, whether you just want the community, you're going to be met with love and people that truly care about you and your family and your dreams and your goals and where you want to go. This has been an amazing, fun journey. I mean, seriously, I have never had so much fun in doing anything that I guess they call it work, but it just doesn't feel like work. We get to go out and help people, and they very nicely financially reward us with that for helping people. We don't have to know everything. You don't have to be the scientist. You don't have to know all the ingredients. All you have to know is that we have third-party tools that do all of that work for you, which is the reason I really love this also, is it's simple and it's duplicatable. It's given us the time freedom that we do it in the part-time. If we go on vacation, we go and sample and talk to other people and share our story with other people. So with that said, I want to step into and share with you our 4-step system. And the way that we do this is, number one, drink the coffee, have the shake, it's the tea, if it's the lemonade, whatever your product is, have your beverage. Drink it with the left hand, drink it with the right. It's most of you are already doing that. You're using the product. So use the product, step number one. Step number two, share your story. Share your story with excitement. I mean, seriously, this has changed our lives. And because of that, it's really not hard to share with excitement what's going on, how, what it's done for us. Generally, people in person are gonna, say, oh my God, you look amazing. I've lost 50 pounds since we started this. And what first thing you're going to say, hey, do you drink coffee? We ask 2 questions. Do you drink coffee or tea at all, or know anybody who does? Well, yeah, oh my God, most people are going to say, yeah, I love coffee. If not, well, you like to be happy, right? Most people are going to say yes to that. So the next question is going to be, well, have you heard about that happiness challenge, or that happy coffee, or that mood boosting lemonade? Fill in the blank of whatever you want to say there. But the key word is that everyone has been talking about, because it gives people FOMO, fear of missing out. You remember that party in high school that everybody's talking about Jamie's party. Wait a minute, I haven't heard about Jamie's party. What's going on? So please stick to that script. It's golden. It works very, very well.
And it's also very important when you do ask somebody, have you heard of the happy coffee? Be there to respond. Don't just send them a message on Facebook and then go away for 8 hours, because they're going to be Googling it. And before you know it, they just bought it online before you responded back. So be able to interact when you start a conversation and finish the conversation that you start, not piece by piece it. If you can't get an instant reaction to asking the question, I try to stay away from happy coffee or using something they can Google.
Yeah, we use magic coffee. We do all kinds of other things.
Mood boosting
coffee, the happiness revolution, the happiness challenge. Those are really my go-tos because they're not really Googleable, and that's a word now apparently. If not, I just created it. But what you're going to do when they say no, because right now we're a new company. We're launching in 21 countries and another 4 in, next month. We're a new company, even still in this country. Most people are going to respond, no, I haven't. What's that? Well, you share your story, share it with love, share it with authenticity. Sometimes I can't speak. Share it, share your heart with them. If you don't have a story yet, share somebody else's story. If I have a friend with rheumatoid arthritis, my story might not speak to them, but I have been and read stories on rheumatoid arthritis. I'm going to share my other friend's story with that, something that they can relate to. And then the next thing I'm going to do is there are third-party tools. There are 3 things you can do next, and your team may do this a little bit different. So if they do, stick to what your team's doing. But the third-party tools, this is anything but you. From the moment you start speaking to somebody, they are instantly thinking in their head, can I do this? And if you talk too much, they immediately say, oh, well, I could never do that. So don't do that. Less is more. So the next thing we do, share a third-party tool. But what is that? What are our third-party tools? The golden tool that I have used that is amazing, you'll have a team Facebook customer page. Plug them into that page, tag them on the information. And the reason for that is not only do they get to see multiple stories, they can search for something that they may not be comfortable telling you about, but they're also going to get dripped on. So it's a great drip campaign that if they're not ready now, they may be ready later when somebody else shares a story that fits their world.
And another little tip, when you add somebody to the Facebook group page, they don't just automatically get a notification. So don't just add Peter to the page and ignore Peter, because he might never see the notification. And a lot of the groups have to get approved. So when you add them to it, they also don't get to see it instantly. So I usually tell somebody I'm going to add you to a page, and then I give them, depending on if it's this time of day, I give them an hour. If it's 9 o'clock at night, I wait till the next day. Then I send them a message with the exact link to the page, not the name of the page, but the exact link so they can click it and go right to the page. And I usually just say, hey, Peter, were you able to join our team page with the links? And most of the time they're like, no, but thanks for the link. They click on it and all of a sudden you get a notification, they join right away. So it's really good to follow up on that.
Absolutely. Huge, huge key. So once they've been on that page, you know they've been tagged. That very same day, you want to send them your link. And I send it with something like, oh, hey, oh my God, I'm running out the door. But before I forget, here is the link where you can check out more information and where you can order products and check out pricing. I sent you the link directly to the option that I know will work best for you. And I copy that direct link, not just the one to my page. If I think that I know they love coffee, I know that the Max Plus dose is going to be best for them, I copy that Max Plus dose link, send it directly to them. It's like pressing the easy button. They click. Their next step is add to cart or read through what that product is and then add to cart, and then they check out. Where if you send them just to your link, they're going to start scrolling through and they may get overwhelmed with the products and they may not know what to order. People want to know what they should do. So give them that.
And if you don't know what she's talking about, when she says send them to the exact page, go to your website, click shop, and then click on the product. So if it's the Max Dose, click Max Dose. Then that pulls up a new page with a domain at the top. Cut, paste it, and then you can send that to them. And that's how it goes directly to what products you'd recommend for them to get started.
Absolutely. So the next step is you're going to follow up. And in the follow up, we'll say something like, hey, did you get a chance to see the customer experiences? I like customer experiences. That's just my phrasing. Better than customer testimonials. Testimonials seem salesy for me. I don't know. It's maybe a mindset thing that I should work on. But I say, have you heard about, did you get a chance to see the customer experiences? When they respond back, because you want them to respond back before you say the next step. Aren't they amazing? What caught your attention the most? We need to find out what aspect, and you can find out that either before you put them on the page or after they've been on the page. That helps you know what they're looking for and what solution you're actually solving for them. And when they say, oh my God, yes, that story was so amazing. What we're going to do next is is this something you'd like to get started on? That's a closing question. If the answer is no, I like to say we're sorting apples. We add people to the page and we're sorting apples. They're either red apples. They're like Todd was when he came into the business. They are ready to go. They're just going to jump in and take whatever. They're about 10% of your people that they're going to try and order it before you give them the link if you don't give them your link. The second one is going to be your green apples. That's about 80% of people. They're going to have questions. They're not sure. Maybe it's not the right time. This is where we share another third-party tool or connect them. That's step 4 is going to be connect them to something else. Again, don't answer their questions. Connect them to somebody else besides you. Connect them to your sponsor. Connect them to another tool if that's the appropriate route. You can, when you connect them, you're going to, you're not, hey, let me introduce you to my upline. We have 2 rules. Number 1, don't be a weirdo. Okay. So what's my upline? Upline is terminology for the industry. Nobody else knows what upline is. Hey, you know what? I'm going to introduce you to my friend, Todd. He has an amazing story and he can help answer your questions. And there are 2 ways you can do that. If you've got somebody that likes to talk on the phone to strange people, great. Put them on a 3-way call or on a 3-way Zoom. I find that a lot of people aren't comfortable on the phone anymore since we've got texting. So the next thing I do, the other option is to set up a 3-way, either
Video or text?
Video, text message, Facebook message, Instagram message, but set up a three-way chat, introduce the two people. And then for me, what I would do is I usually hop on with a voice message and say, hey, Mary Ellen, I hear that you have some questions. My name's Lauren. I would be happy to help you. How can I, what can I do for you? And that way she gets a chance to hear my voice, not just, hey, Mary Ellen, how are you doing? What can I help you with? That doesn't really feel, she's not going to get a feel for my excitement or for my caring and my compassion for her. So voice messages in that instance are really phenomenal. And it also lets people kind of volley back and forth. And if they're not afraid to hop on a call, calls are always the best, but I know that I've had a lot of friends that will not hop on a call. And at that point in time, it can either be the ball will be dropped because they can't connect a call. So don't let that happen. The sooner you get in while they're excited, keep them excited. So timing and momentum is absolutely key. And then again, pass the ball. Let us answer your questions. Let your sponsors, let somebody else take care of everything for you. You don't have to be an expert. All you need to do is know who to contact so that you don't have to answer the questions. And that's going to be your sponsor. Stay close to your sponsor. If you're just getting in and you're just getting started, set up a weekly plan, set up a daily plan so that you have a game plan for how to get going. What's your first, 1 to 4 days? What are your action steps? What are your action steps for 4 to 7 days? What are your action steps for the first 30 days? And set up a really direct, easy action step where you can actually be there and hold somebody's hand as they're walking through it, because most new people are going to be afraid of no. No happens. It's not about you. Don't get offended. The waitress at the restaurant, when she offers you coffee, does not get upset and run to the bathroom in tears when you say no, you don't want coffee. Maybe you don't like coffee. Okay, she's going to offer me lemonade. Great. Maybe I like that. Or maybe it's not my time for coffee. My coffee is just fine the way it is, and I don't see the value in it. So that's an opportunity to keep providing value. And your sponsors have seen every objection in the books. We know them all. And it's not for you to overcome when you're not really sure of what to do. That's for us to help you with. That's what our passion is.
And it's best just think of yourself as the messenger. You want to be the messenger, not the message. If you're telling the message, you're doing it wrong. You're giving too much information. Just be the messenger and connect them with somebody, because we're all connectors.
Yep. So what I love about this is you don't have to know everything. Chris always liked to say, don't be a tool, share a tool. So that always cracks me up. But just share a tool. You can do this business in person. You can do it on social media. We were out at a restaurant the other day. Actually, we were getting massages the other day, and we were in 2 different rooms and prospected our people. So, we shared our story and found an opportunity where we could easily share our story. We shared our story. When I got done, I gave the massage therapist my phone. I had her put her name in and add herself as a friend, and then follow the system. I didn't sit and explain for the hour on the table what it does. It doesn't matter even if you know what, I really don't know. It's kind of like the woman at Walmart. She probably doesn't know what's in the Coke or what's in the makeup or what's in the medications that you've ordered. I didn't really formulate it, but what I do know is that it has really changed my life, and it's changed my husband's life. And for that, we are eternally grateful. I'd be happy to share the information, and you can take a look and research it and see if it's something for you that will help you with your problem. I think that's kind of it.
Another thing I'll add is with your team pages that you use on Facebook, be interactive on there, because you have added people on there and they might not be their time to be ready to jump into the business or with the products. But if you go in and you start interacting and commenting, a genuine comment, not just, hey, that's great, but use 4 or 5 letters or more, words or more in comments, that brings it back up that your friends will see that, oh, send a comment on here about Tanya, and then that message shows up and it shows new things. You can also go back into old posts, search them. If you got somebody that might have arthritis, you can find somebody that had arthritis and make a nice comment about their post from 6 months, a year ago. It'll pull it right back up and your friends will see it. Also, post your story. It's your friends want to see a story about you too. They want to know it's real. And people are like, some people get started and they're like, I've only lost 5 pounds. That's not that much. Grab a 5-pound weight and carry it around all day and see if 5 pounds is not a lot. You'll be like, my arm is numb. I can't carry this thing any longer. And that's the weight you've been carrying.
Absolutely. So yeah, if your story is not in your customer page, share your story. If you need help with it, ask for help. If you're struggling with what you need to post for a launch post, that's what the team is here for. Teamwork makes the dream work. I'll say that over and over and over again. And anything is better than perfection because no one is ever perfect. Nothing is ever going to be perfect. If you wait for perfection, you will never take the first step. Just ask for guidance and help, and you will absolutely get it 100% of the time. And then the last tip I've got is stay close to the fire. If you want to keep your excitement there and you want to sharpen your tools on how to handle things, stay close to the fire. We have lots of meetings, lots of opportunities. And while you don't have to jump on everyone, if you'll jump on 1 to 2 a week, they're going to fill your cup. They're going to help your energy. They're going to help you with your belief. And when you believe and you have excitement, that's what draws people in. That's what people get excited about, is when you're excited, they want to know, what is Carmela doing? What is Fran doing? Girlfriend can't quit smiling. I need to ask some questions. And that's what draws them in. So, you get more with honey than you do, more ants with honey. So go ahead and be that light, be that positive person. And I think that's what.
And another analogy that just popped in my head is like you see dogs at the dog park. They're all just walking around, sniffing around. You get one dog in, it starts running around. Guess what? They all start running around. So energy breeds energy, and staying plugged in. Mindset is very important. That's one of my favorite things about this company. We never miss Chris's mindset on Monday. Even if we're on vacation, we book our vacation around the mindset. We'll tell people we can't go out to dinner at this time of night because we have mindset, or we're eating at 3:30 in the afternoon if we're in another country, so we can be on mindset. Very important. Stay plugged in, make it simple, drink coffee, be happy, and share it with friends, and your business will grow. It's really simple.
Don't be a weirdo. Love people. If you will come from a place of love, then your goal is not to sell them. Your goal should never be to sell them. It should be to solve their problems. And if you're coming from a place of love and compassion, that's what they will feel. That's the authenticity. It's just being you and loving people. No is where the relationship starts. When they tell you no, they're not ready yet. They haven't seen the value. Keep loving them. Keep building that relationship. Keep getting to know them. And with that, thank you so much for taking 30 minutes or 25 minutes out of your Saturday. I didn't want to take up a whole lot of time, and I hope we provided you with some kind of value, and that you all have a wonderful Saturday.
And go talk to somebody.
Go talk to somebody. Yes, call to action. Go talk to somebody. Go share it with somebody today, and go share a third-party tool.
Yay.
Thank
Happy
you.
Father's
Thank you,
Day,
guys.
all the dads.
Bless
Happy
you.
Father's
Thank
Day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thank you.